just been listening to so many videos, trying to find a video that's gonna make me fall asleep. But for some reason today, I can't seem to fall asleep. If anything, I'm getting more hyper. Very weird. So I am going to suck on a Halls lemon flavored, and I am just going to whisper. I think I am going to talk about some vacations that I've taken. This year, 2011, has been pretty good. I feel like I accomplished a lot, and I had a lot of fun. Over the summer, I went to Aruba with a couple of my girlfriends. One of them has timeshare over there. Her and her family go every year. And it was very exciting for me because I hadn't flown since I was 17, which was like a long time ago. I have always had like a fear of flying. When I was little, I used to dread having to fly. We would always travel back to my mom's country. My mother is from Colombia, and so we would travel every couple of years, and I was always scared. And then we would travel to Florida, and the last time we went to Florida was when I was 17. And on the way back, we took a flight from Miami, and we were flying, and my brother and sister were with me and my mom. My dad, I think he had to leave a week earlier to go back to work. And I am 10 years older than my brother and 9 years older than my sister. And I have a stepsister. Now, because he's my stepdad. I call him my dad. But my stepsister was with my stepdad back home. And we were flying, and there was like a weird noise in the engine, and I wanted to ignore it. My little brother looked very scared, and my mom just kept asking, like, do you hear that? And I looked at her, I was like, don't even talk to me, don't even look at me, I don't want to know anything, because I was very nervous. And I just kept watching the little map, and we were like over in North Carolina, and I was like, we're so close to New or just by me telling stories in my other videos. And the noise was just kept going, and all of a sudden, like, flight attendants started running around. Someone went into like diabetic shock, and they were calling doctors. Or like, is there a doctor on the plane? It was very like dramatic. It was like a scene in a movie. So we needed to get this person to a hospital, and the closest hospital was back in South Carolina, so we had to travel back 20 minutes. Now I'm thinking, poor person, but we were so close. So we had to emergency land in South Carolina. We got the person out. I forget, it was a guy or a girl. I don't remember. And there was this family sitting in front of me. It was like a brother, a sister, and a mom. And the brother and sister kept like play fighting. Now we didn't get off the plane. We just waited till they got the person off and into the ambulance. And we're about to like take off, and the plane starts, going really fast, running right about like people that have flown, how that works. And right when we're gonna lift off, the freaking wing goes on fire. I looked out the window. I was like, it was on the right side, and the guy in front of me, the young guy that was play fighting with his sister, all he said was, "Holy shit, the plane's on fire." And like everyone started screaming, and people got out of their seats. People ended up in the front. I ended up in the front of the plane. My mother was like, "Grab my purse." Like, really? Like, who cares about your purse right now? And I ended up grabbing another woman's purse, and then she's all like, "That's my purse." And in my head I'm like, really, lady? Like, I don't freaking care. I'm not trying to steal your purse, alright? So yeah, it was just crazy, and the flight attendants were trying to calm us down, and they were like, "We're gonna turn the plane on to move to the gate," because I guess the pilot and everyone heard us like freaking out, and he turned the plane off. Like, he slowed down and turned the plane off. And I guess something went wrong, like in like one of the engine wing. I don't know. I have no idea. And people were praying, and ladies were like crying. I was freaked out. I didn't want to think about anything. So we were nervous that if the pilot turned on the plane, that we might explode. So they took us to the gate. We finally like calmed down. Everybody got off the plane, and we ended up hanging out in South Carolina airport for like 3 hours. They gave us free food. They bought Domino's And then he's like, I'm going to get you home safe. Do you believe that I'm going to get you home safe? And she nodded no. That was pretty funny. So then, a jumbo plane arrived, and everyone was just like nervous, like, great, we have to fly again. And we got on the plane, and my brother wanted to sit next to me, not my mom. And then he fell asleep, and it was a smooth flying home. But as soon as I saw the Empire State Building, I was like, I am not leaving New York ever again. And that was the case for a while. My family traveled like every year after that. I missed out on trips to Cancun, to the Dominican Republic, to I don't even remember anymore. And then by that time I got older and I just didn't really feel like traveling with them anyway. But I wanted to get over the fear of flying eventually. So this year when one of my best friends, she was like, you want to go to Aruba? I was like, heck yeah. Of course I took a Xanax to calm myself down. And we had such a great time. I am very light-skinned for a Spanish girl. And we were there the first day. The first day we were out at the beach. Well, we got there at like 3 o'clock. We ended up, after everything was settled, we ended up on the beach at like 5. And we got a chance to nap and just hang out on the beach. It was so beautiful. And then we went out that night, and I was so tired from traveling. I left them at the bar, and I was like, I'm done. I'm going back to the room, and I'm going to sleep to prepare for the next day. And all day, the day after that, we were at the beach. I burnt so bad. I was peeling that night. It was disgusting. I could not believe that I was peeling and that I burnt that bad. Yeah, so the water was very warm and it was beautiful, and the only thing is, there was like so many birds all over, like little birds, like pigeon-sized birds. There were like no seagulls over there. They were like, if a seagull and a pigeon were to have babies, that's kind of what like the birds looked like over there. And they were like hop on like your chair and just like everywhere. I'd be talking to one of my friends and she'd look at me like funny, and then I see like a little bird come under my chair, and I was just like, oh gosh, because they freak me out. I'm scared of them. I don't know, I think it's all mental now. And we bought floats, so we would lay on our floats. My 2 friends got pink floats and I got a yellow float. I was like, I'm going to be different. But I think that floats were as relaxing as they were. Our skin, we were just being cooked, laying on those floats. So yeah, it was really fun. We went out to eat like every night. We didn't have all-inclusive. My mom was like very upset about that. I was like, Mom, I am the one traveling. I am the one paying. And then they actually went a month after I got home. They went to Aruba and they got all-inclusive. And it ended up costing almost the same thing. But of course they get to have like free drinks all day and whatever they want to eat at any time. But, you know, I didn't have control over that. It was my friend's timeshare, so I couldn't help it. But beach this year. But when I got home, they told me that the plans didn't work out and that they were gonna go in like a month or so, which gave me enough time to save up a little bit. So I got really happy about that. And this time, two of my friends from school were gonna go. He's in nursing school, and two of his friends were like, yeah, we've never been, let's do it. And very athletic people. We all like to do sports and stuff like that. So this time around we went whitewater rafting. I don't remember doing that ever. I don't know if I've probably done like canoes and little silly rafts, but this whitewater rafting trip was crazy because we had to sign like a form and we chose category 4, which is like really scary, especially if like you haven't done it. So it was like 4 of us and like a couple. And we had a guide. He was very young and he was very like athletic and he's kind of adventurous, and I was just scared. And there was many times where I felt like I was going to fall off, and I did not want to be the person that fell off a raft. Like, they tell us that people fall off the raft many times in the past, and like they tell them people not to freak out, that the person that is falling off is probably doing most of the freaking out. So by everybody else freaking out, then it's only going to make things worse. So that's a lot of pressure. And one of my friends, he almost fell off, but like we hit a rock as we were doing that. So my other friend just grabbed him, and it was really cool. I mean, there were scary moments, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this is too much. And it was like, imagine like me, I am 5'3". I am like the only girl there. I was just trying to hold on for dear life. I had my sunglasses. I wear glasses, but I had contact lenses, and I was just worried that I was going to lose my glasses. My sunglasses, not my glasses. And it was such a beautiful day, but it was still crazy. The pictures that they took of us was really funny because I thought I was the most scared. And like, you see everybody in those pictures like really like battling, and then you see me chilling, smiling because I saw him. So it was really funny. Anyway, the next day we decided to go paddleboarding, and it looked so easy because we were on a lake, but there were boats driving by and causing waves, and I was just too scared. I couldn't get up. I tried getting up, and I did, and then I fell off and I lost my sunglasses. They were like my favorite pair of sunglasses. So I got annoyed and I decided to ask for a kayak. So I was chasing everybody with my kayak, and it was really fun. I just got a comment. It was a positive comment. Actually, I should give a shout out to the person that did comment. Sweet Sunshine Camper on my Eating Whisper slice of chicken pizza. Hello, and thank you for your comment. was just like, I'm done. So the guys came up and got me, and then I had to wait for my friends to finish. But it was cool because I got to take pictures and record. And so yeah, that trip was really fun. While I was in Lake George, my family was in Aruba, so we kept messaging each other through email. My brother and sister were complaining about certain things. My brother, he's not a beach person, so I was getting some messages. When he came back, when I went to pick them up at the airport, he came back with a shirt that said, Aruba, same shit, different island. He's a funny kid. But anyway, my battery is dying, unfortunately, and I think I am pretty done with these stories right now. I am actually getting sleepy, so I am going to say goodnight and thank you for listening, and I hope this was relaxing. I don't know how relaxing this could be, because my stories are pretty interesting.